This is really... Okay. Where should I do first? Yeah, let's do survival mode. For the extra fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ghostly Wins, and today I'm going to be playing some basically cross-tag battle survival. Since the online is still kind of dead at the moment until things pick up, I'm going to be trying to hopefully beat my highest victory, which is 21 at the moment. I'm wondering who I should choose this time. I'll pick Noel. And I'll probably pick Yang for this one.
Let's start with the warning shot.
Alright, let's take them head on!
Just don't die before I tell you to!
Just to make sure, let's see if my sounds are okay. Alright, background music is reasonable.
Nice try! Nice
Headphones
try!
are a little
Nice
bit
try!
loud. Turn that down a bit. Turn that down too. Alright, that's better. Okay. Oh, these can hurt. What does that have? Stubborn. And the dogs are barking over really. I'm really gonna die on the first fight of the match of survival. Okay, that's a very rough start for me. Getting that much beat up in the first round. Ooh boy.
Let's start with the warning shot.
This looks like it could be fun.
Huh. Oh, that looks pretty good in somewhat outfit. Alright.
Combination complete. Run.
Okay. In terms of DSP news and related stuff going on at the moment, just got an interesting 20-second video on Twitter. Remember when DSP decided to take his soulmate to visit his parents and get married and spend time with the parents because he made the alarming assumption that his parents were going to pass away? Well, if you look on Twitter, there's a 20-second video of DSP mentioning his time with his parents was really bad. It was frustrating. He didn't want to be there at all, and yet it now raises a point that I made in the past, saying DSP really doesn't care about his parents at all, and he would pretty much celebrate it if they did pass away, because as you can see in the Twitter video
Just for a little while.
that was posted by Outside Phil on Twitter, DSP really didn't want to be there. He really dislikes his parents for some bizarre reason, and the fact he was there rushing his said soulmate slash
Start with a warning shot.
said slave to do all his work and business for him. He now decides to go, oh, my parents are dying, I need to care and respect and look after them, to, oh, I hated it where my parents was. I hated the people there. I hated everything. It's like, one, your DSP's parents paid his taxes and financial issues. Two, they pretty much brought him and Kat over there because they wanted to see their said son and his said wife. That this feels like, to me, a way he's using Kat and marriage and his parents as a scapegoat. Oh, I'm just connecting with him. As a way to avoid other problems and other things that people on his Twitter, and other social medias have already called him out for. So he's using the whole, oh, I love my parents, and then doing to raise more suspicions and questions that DSP is going to deflect, hide under his said love couch, and make more excuses and lies and say, oh, did I really say that? I must have been drunk or something. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure he pretty much was on the gym that night, and oh boy, DSP really had a really bad yikes moment. Mentioning his parents, mentioning, oh, I hated it over here, I hated the people there. It shows you and gives you the realization that he, as a person, a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, he really doesn't care for anything. Not his wife, not Panda Lee, not his other girlfriends that dumped him and left, which was probably the right thing for them to do. He doesn't care for his parents. He doesn't care for anything. He doesn't even care for Nintendo, and yet he tried to say, oh, I want to let's sue Nintendo because he gave me a bad controller. And yet he already have videos online already showing you how DSP uses his hands on said controllers. He doesn't really understand or know how to handle a controller or how to use them correctly without making a complaint of that it's the controller's issue. That's why he's dying so much in video games, when it's the person using the controller is the problem, how he's using the said controller. It's a little messed up to want to sue Nintendo when one, he's broke, two, he needs lawyers and money to actually get the lawsuit on Nintendo, and thirdly, I don't think he has the intelligence that he claims to have, according to his, oh, I know anything about business and video games, and yeah, it backfires on him majorly. So that's like another major yikes moment for DSP. And when me and GGD had
Start with a warning.
said talk and recording a while ago, and I'm gonna have to tell my dogs to be quiet again. Sorry about that. I have a lot of dogs, so eventually you'll hear them barking at the most ridiculous things, so I'll hopefully mute myself and tell the dogs to pipe down, which I'll do right now. Hold up. Alright. Back to the subject of DSP. We've already unmasked who DSP really is. He's not really a thoughtful person. He's not very much of a respectful person. And when it comes to any respect for, like, any responsibilities, like taking care of a house, taking care of your said wife, who is actually pregnant and actually still working, which is concerning in itself, because you would probably want to spend time with your said husband, and getting to the point where it's getting to the point it's gonna go into labor, and is DSP gonna be there? I doubt it. Last time Kat was in the hospital for something, he didn't give two hoots about that. He just left her in there and came up with the most really stupid story of a lifetime, describing the whole hospital situation. I'm like, after doing a little bit of research and making up some opinions and theories at the same time, like I mentioned on the GTG podcast, the theories and people that have already made about him are coming true. Almost everything that's been said, what he does, what he's going to be planning, and other issues are coming true, and DSP is digging himself a deeper hole, and it's going so far beyond reaching point. I'd be surprised if he can reach the Earth's core before the devil can drive him and take his soul away. But as for the GTG video that I was supposedly recording, it GTG and I had an interesting conversation about DSP, interesting questions going back and forth. We had the most interesting time, but at the same time, the recording from my end did not really go very well. I was using, I think, a VD recorder, and when I went to check the video that we did, it was all muted. I couldn't edit the footage to get the sound to work, so I had to delete that. I told GTD about it, and eventually GTD and I will hopefully do a part 2 on that, and in the next fortnight or so we will do hopefully a retake on the DSP podcast, and we hopefully may be doing some more feature videos in the future, depending on who it's going to be. It could be on DSP, it could be on LTG, it could be just random gaming videos with each other, it could be a lot of things. Well, I'm trying to find my sort of rhythm at the moment, since it's YouTube, and well, DTD and I have already discussed about how YouTube can pretty much ban and remove people for anything that they think is breaking terms of service, and they're just making up whatever excuse and BS they can pretty much take out of their hat and go, hey, we're gonna ban you for this, but hey, look at our YouTube Twitter, we got a person decorating their face to look like a disco ball. Let's give that person like 3 million views, because why not?
Too bad. You're not gonna beat us like that.
That's a subject for another day, because we, as a YouTube community, we try our best to get views, show people our talents and everything else, but that's a subject, that's probably a touchy subject for another video or for something else. But as for the DSP situation on his parents and him not liking where his parents live, his parents in general, the people in his community and everything else, I don't think him saying that, especially on his live stream, is going to be getting him very much support, followed by much tips or subscribers or anything else, because in a way we have families that respect us, help us out in times of need. Hell, they helped him out with his oh my god, I'm broke, I need money, please help me issue, and him saying that to his parents and behind their back is pretty cowardly, pretty messed up, and rather disturbing, to be honest. His parents are his flesh and blood, they're his relatives, they're someone that would be his source of information, care, respect, and God knows what else, but the fact he went at him and said that he hated being there, he hated everything about it, now makes me wonder, did he actually care about marrying Kat in the first place? Because, again, he said he hated everything in there. He hated where he was staying, he hated the fact, he hated the people in the community, he even hated his own parents, he basically said he hated everything, and he wasn't exaggerating or anything. So now the question leads to this: if DSP hated the fact they hate to see his parents and forcibly married Kat and yet doesn't care or respect them anything there or anywhere else, is that the time where Kat should eventually divorce DSP, get the said house, because Kat's got a job and everything else, and she's trying her best to keep herself alive, while DSP is doing the complete opposite and turning everything online into, oh, it's all about me. So respect it for that. But eventually, Kat is going to leave the guy, and it's going to become manic as all hell. So if Kat is hopefully watching, which I doubt she probably is because they're not really well known, it's time for you to hopefully pack up your bags, find a new place to live, find a new place to be happy, and not be DSP's freaking janitor for the rest of your life, because you have a kid coming along the way, and if you're going to be doing everything for DSP and the child, you're just going to be giving yourself way too much stress and anxiety, and it's just going to affect your mood, it's going to affect how you act, it's going to affect you mentally and medically. So if that actually happens, then DSP is not really going to be a very good husband to you. He's just going to use and abuse you so he could get whatever he wants and keep it all to himself. And that, to me, since DSP is not respecting his family, you, the baby, or anything else, would almost fall into domestic abuse, I guess. Because he's saying he hates his parents and hates everything around him, and yet we don't have the reason to why. Like, DSP, we pretty much know is a spoiled little brat, but somehow he manages to get everything and anything, and yet he's still complaining. It's like, what is it that he's missing that his parents, Kat, or everyone in the community can't do to help him that we've already given him, and yet he's still making ridiculously dumb podcasts going, oh, I'm broke, I'm overdrawn, I need this, I need that, and repeating the same mistakes and mimicking what other people have done to try and get more attention. mentioning people on Twitter in terms of drama-related videos. It's like, oh, I'll switch. It's like he's trying to find an identity, but he doesn't really know what his identity should be, and he's trying to be something that he's not. We know he can't play video games, and he is always mentioning, oh, he came 4th place in a fighting tournament. It's like, that's not really much of an achievement. Sure, it's top 10 to top 5, but that doesn't make you a decent person. It doesn't really show you how much respect, how much said skill, followed by how you treat a community and treat other people in general. It just tells you that, oh, you just got 4th place and all you did was button mash and complain about people spamming. And the internet's already got a lot of information on you in general, even if you discuss about your life and now trying to spin what you tell people online and now telling people to pay you to speak about your life and get to know more about you, which it doesn't really work when you already discussed about your life anyway, and DSP trying to... I'm gonna get beat by Teddy. Okay. And DSP trying to do an LTG spin on, oh, you want me to talk about anything, then... If you want me to talk about anything, then pay me for it. That's very LTG, but the way DSP is doing it is in such a dumbass and unthoughtful way is... Again, another yikes moment. And I'm going to die by Teddy. Yes, I am. Oh, no, okay. And, ugh.
Did I win?
In terms of the podcast I did with GTG, we discussed about how we could make DSP's channels better. To be honest, he should remove one of his channels. He has already 3+ channels already, which I think is ridiculous. He has DSP Gaming, which he's uploading like 50+ videos a day, and that's pretty extreme. He has King of Fate vlogs, which I think he should keep because, hey, he's getting trolled and hated a lot on there anyway, so I'm not sure why he's not using that to his advantage. And you have... I'm gonna die if I take it. And you have the other one that has him playing fighting games, and at the same time, I don't think that's going to really give him much anyway, because he's not really playing any fighting games as of late, thinking about it. And he should remove that channel anyway, because he has DSP Gaming for said games, so why shouldn't he should probably put his fighting games and other stuff on that channel, not on his second one, which is, again, him not really pretty much logic on what he uploads on said channels. And another thing I said is he should reduce how much he uploads on his videos. 50 on DSP Gaming a day is way too extreme. I mean, 3 a week is fine. 50 is going a little bit overboard. Like, holy hell, why would you wanna post 50 videos and most of them being over like God knows how many hours long because it's the most boring free streams and not much going on because it's just you saying the same stuff going, I'm broke, I need money, donate, that's it. And we also discussed if DSP can ever be saved and if he deserves it, but honestly I think he deserves it.
grow tired of this.
Like many have already said, he is his worst detractor. He is his worst enemy. Whatever we do, he's just going to deflect and say, "Oh, we're the trolls, we're the ones doing it." But he doesn't look in the mirror and reflects on the stuff that he's said and done. And he says that he's changed, but it doesn't look like he's ever going to. And he's like, "Oh yeah, apparently I'm getting attacked because of all this, and here's the 3 things that I did wrong." Like, really? You've done a lot more than 3 things in terms of the FGC, him trying to fight someone in one of the FGC tournaments, and many other videos that they've put on him on his behavior, what he does in terms of drama events and people who've passed away and all sorts. But I don't think he's ever gonna get out of his financial rut, even though I don't think he's actually broke, because even if he was broke, I question, how does he have electricity? How does he have everything in his said office? And yet, how is he still managing to become broke when he has people donating him more money to him like every day, from people's disability pensions and stuff being used? It's like people are risking their own lives to keep DSP up afloat, and it's just, it's unfair and disrespectful, not to mention manipulative. I mean, sure, money is the root of all evil, don't get me wrong, but if it's your money and you need it for like medications, prescriptions, and to keep yourself alive, I wouldn't throw your livelihood, your hard-earned cash to a person who really doesn't understand how to use it, save up, or if he's not going to use it respectfully, or keep it in the bank so he can actually save more money and gain more money, he's just using you, his fans, and everybody who still respects him, which I still can't believe people respect him, just to drain you dry and make your lives a living hell, because you're donating to him and he's not really giving you much back in return. It's just, oh, I'm a Twitch streamer, I'm just gaming all day, but at the same time, he's not what you call a respected gamer. I say that because when it comes to gamers who constantly ask the chat how to play the game, that's not how a gamer would act. That's not even how a speedrunner would act. That's really stupid. I mean, every time he gets people to play the game for him, it doesn't look like he, the streamer, is playing the game. It's the community playing the game for him. And it's childish. Even the game tells you what to do, and yet DSP, being DSP, ignores it all the time.
If you're looking for someone to...
He doesn't take instructions very well. We all know this. He can't even drift in Crash Team Racing without bumping into walls and going, "Oh, there's a wall that came out of nowhere."
Not yet.
The guy has sight problems that are so bad that he ignores to put on his glasses.
Not yet.
I mean,
This will be fun.
I wear glasses, but only for long distance, because my short distance is fine, but long distance is so blurry as heck that I need glasses to focus on what I'm doing, like gaming and all sorts. But with DSP, he's so badly blind, it's concerning that he hasn't... Oh god, that's gonna happen. It's so bad that I don't even think that he's even thought about getting contacts or laser eye surgery at this point. And that also makes me think that he is afraid to show people on stream that he wears glasses, and it's very odd. It's like he's paranoid that people are going to go at him for his looks and everything else when people are already going at him for things that DSP has lied about and admitted to lying about.
Stay calm and let's
And
use
it
the plan we
just
discussed.
makes you think you cannot trust him with anything that he says or does. And yet, no matter how much people donate to him, he will not respect you at all for it. Oh, cheap. And people really need to stop trying to donate to him, because it's your money and it's your life you're wasting away. Trying to keep the guy
And stay down.
afloat and tax-free, which... Okay, I get that people want him to become better, want him to mature up and be respectful, but the more you give him money and the more attention you're feeding him, the worse he's going to get.
Stand back and watch.
He's not going to learn anything new because he's using the same excuses and the same
Commencing film
patterns over and over again. And he's trying to be like everybody else, like LTG, with the whole, oh, pay me to talk about myself. And again, he's masking himself as someone he's not even that. So he's trying to mask himself into being someone else when he can't even be that person.
This is crazy.
It's like the man has no soul, he has no shell, he is a robot. He cannot feel any respect, any care, any love, nothing. He is... Oh wow, he actually kind of that. He can't really do anything but complain about everything. To say that Charles and everyone are getting to him when he's the one doing it to himself. If he wants to change, he needs to stop being something that he isn't and take criticism and opinions with a little sprinkle of salt and get over it, but he'll never do it. And that's why he's going to be getting videos on him for the rest of his life until he passes away. And GTD and I have already talked about that. If DSP were to pass away, what would the detractor community and everybody else do?
Let's get this done.
I mean, like I said on the DSP Talk While Gaming stream a while ago, it's 50-50 on what happens if when people will complain that he's gone, but at the same time you got one side going, okay, he's gone, that's great, I won't be able to deal with his petty behavior and God knows what else, and then you have people going, oh, DSP is gone, I won't be able to make any more videos critiquing him, of making my criticisms and opinions on him, etc, etc. But it's life. Eventually, that's gonna hurt. Eventually, we as beings are going to pass away. Eventually, so it raises the question: how long can people make videos critiquing and making assumptions on others? And how long do you think it will go for?
Let's do that again.
But that's enough DSP talk. I'm gonna go straight back to gaming. Because I've been running my mouth off, and Jesus, I can understand if people are not really interested.
Why must we
But
fight?
yeah, as for anything with me and GTG at the moment, eventually we will have some more content coming up. The interview went great. I need to... Hopefully GTD and I will find a way to fix the slight mishap that we had with the recording. But GTD has 2 weeks off, so hopefully by... It's Friday, Saturday for me right now. Yeah, it's Friday in the next 2 weeks, which is the 29th to maybe next month. We will get around to on the DSP News Network, DSP News video part 2, and hopefully we'll get that hopefully uploaded and ready to go. And then we will do other videos as normal, and we'll be hopefully doing some gaming stuff like I'm doing right now, because it's good to do other things besides just talk about what's going on in the community and who should stay, who should go, whatever, but guys! Enough! Please stop. Come on now.
Guess I'm a pretty good fighter.
Please stop. Shut up.
I'm not really much fun. Ooh, scary. Me? Something. Finish up. Let's go. Then stay down. Quit your yapping and come fight me. Let's go. Try me. Come on. Try me. Come on. Seriously? Yes, sir. Try me. Come on. Come on.
This isn't over yet. Still here.
Let's go! Is it my turn? All you got? You're up. You're right. Is that all you got? Trust me, the end of time. Oops.
Hi. Are you okay?
If you're scared, you can just stand back and watch.
Same to you, Hyde. You don't have to fight if you're scared of me showing you up.
Roger that. Oh, wait, hold on!
You have potential, young lady. Try not to be
And stay down. If you're scared, you can just stand back.
My name is Waishni. It would do you well to remember it. Not so easy. Not so easy.
I'm not KO. And stay down. If you're scared, it's time to finish this. It's not over yet. Yikes. Now you finish up. Be consumed. Darkness. I'll win this for both of us. Let's go. Cut you down.
Man, how'd I pull that off? Whether here or in the Hollow Knight.